Bogeli, igama lami Aubrey Zinyumbulani Bonozala Ishinga lenkosazana Mkaba ibhinqa isibanje manje sichaza uphucuzekile inkanyamba uqobola inkosi ezibinyo engabizwa ngegama. Phumalenza Nzolundu Mahlekihli kwenkomehlule edolobheni emthanjeni emagijima igazi gijima uthukela. Onophuza imfulo embili yedwa mphuza uthukela ngehle njalo ngiyophuza imfulo zemnyama emhlophe. Shiqi.
That was such a fire intro. I think we can get started, man. And umculo wako, I think it's very life story based. If we look at Ingoma like Stella, which you wrote in memory of your late mom, it really taps into some of the struggles and realities of Abantu Basa South Africa. Why do you think you approach your music in this manner?
Well, for me, first of all, the whole reason why me Jings and Alumtulo is because growing up, you know, when you grow up without a father or a mother, you always try to look outside for inspiration, try to find somebody to comfort you, and I never found that. And I want to be that guy, that somebody who's going through the same experience that I went through, so that they can know somebody went through the same experience, but they are better people now because of that situation. You understand? That person never allowed that situation to become lo muntu akahlulwanga impilo just because situation yakhe better. So mina growing up, I lacked someone I didn't have somebody to look up to, but I want the generation that's coming after me to have somebody to look up to and say, yo, if this guy was able to make it, glamour struggles so that means I can also make it.
Yeah, no, I think that's such an amazing way to actually look at it. And speaking of your mom, you grew up listening and playing Maskandi, Mbaqanga, and I believe that she had some influence in that. How do you think she influenced your style of music? And then when also Waeda, that Aubrey signature into it? Because we're hearing hip hop, there's a little bit of R&B, you know, there's a variety of genres.
Well, for me, mina it's not because I grew up listening to that sound or because nganguthanda. Umculo ohlezi udlala emathexini, ugcina usucula by default ungazi ukuthi hayibo. How? Because I don't even listen to the music. And back then we never had phones that plays music. So what you listen to, it wasn't really up to you because into edlala ku radio ekusuka ilalelo ekhaya ulalela yona because umuntu omdala okutshela ukuthi hey ikwami la ngengidlala into ethandwa wena ngilalela isiteshi esithandwa yimina isikhathi esithandwa yimina kanjalo noma ugibela itext music odlala etextini you don't choose music osukudlalwa kule textini awukwazi ukubatshela utaxi driver ukuthi awufuni lo mculo uzohamba uzowehla phela. So for me wona umculo bulokhu udlala ngagcina ngiwuthanda ngicela sengiwucula by default because yona into ebengihlezi ngiyizwa uyabo understand. And most of the time ngama holiday bengivamise ukuthi ngize la eGoli eThembisa ehlanzeni hostel lapho akuhlala khona uma. So each and every time mangifika lapha umculo odlala kakhulu okudlala umculo weSoul Brothers okuwumculo umbhaqanga kusuma skandi umbhaqanga umculo weSoul Brothers ikhansela no JBC. So wona umculo odlala kakhulu ehostel lo wona umculo bengihlezi nguzwa noma ushayela ogibela itaxi long distance uye eGoli wona umculo odlalayo. So I feel like in that way le nto lo iyagcina ihlalile ekhanda ayiphindanga yasuka. You understand? Ngoba umculo ngiyohlezi ngiwuthanda even namanje I still have lo mculo lo efonini yami because it reminds me of the old days. And then obviously when you grow up you get to pick up whatever you like, and for me it was hip hop. You understand? Because when I started this music thing I didn't start as being the Aubrey that I am now. I started as a rapper, and I fell in love with rap so much, and then I started rapping, and I started going melodies here and there. But I was never a good rapper. I could rap like everybody else, but I was never the best. And I'm very obsessed with being the best in everything that I do. That I even sacrificed music. I was like, you know what? Let me focus. Because I'm just calling trained about umculo. Well, I'm not the best, so why should I focus on umculweni? Izongifita because I wanna growing up in a small town. where there's no star, there's no one that you've seen before you make it as a big star. So umuyibona lento why uvela uthi why asikho isidingo salento le. Shout out to Zagwe. Yeah, you must add me on Freestyle Fridays, Freestyle for KZN Freestyles. I'll probably bump a 16 for you guys. So if I still can, I don't know, but I think I can still put together a 16 bar. So for me, leyo nto leyo iyayibulala ithemba lomculo. So ngadecide ukufocus emculweni, yabo. Ukufocus esitweni zesikole ngiwushiya umculo. So eventually, when you really have a calling into makuthiwa yeyakho, iyohlezi hamba ikulandela ifana nokuthwasa lento le. Makuthi unobizo ukuthi wenza umsebenzi wabantu abadala, iyo nto leyo ihamba ikulandelela, ungaze ugcina ukuluzeka konke ngenxa ukuthi kumele uattend lento le ngoba yona into obizelwe yona, yona into kumele usuke uyenze, into ngeyakho obekelwe yona as part of your journey to become the greatest. You understand? So for me, it was like that.
I think it's very deep. Futsi, the way that you kind of compare it to like uktwasa, because if umuntu agatwasi, life yake does not go well. It doesn't go well for them. So if you did not also attend to your calling for music and maybe focus more on the studies, I don't think also people's lives would have been impacted, because a lot of people listening to your songs and they relate to that. A lot of people listening to your songs, they love your songs, they jamming to that. In life, it's changed because of the song that you made. So I mean, I get what you mean, and I get how you explain that. And in 2018, I think that was the year whereby Izinto really changed for you, because you came up with ncwane, and then you were signed to Sony, you went gold. I feel like life really it peaked at that moment. How do you think Sony impacted your life by signing you?
First, I'd like to thank the guy that spotted the talent in me, right? Which was uCelimpilo Mpoamanyathi. So uyena umuntu wabona something kumina, wabona ukuthi lento lesingathatha singayithatha lento siyenze ikube yinto esingayiphakela umhlaba wonke, uyabo. And then after that, he's the one who made Sony believe that there's something with this guy. Because when you really look at it, few months before I dropped Imolo, ncwane, I didn't do music. I was literally a 9-to-5 guy, pushing graphic design. I was an office guy, right? And living the office life, the 9-to-5, for say, yo, cause this thing, I say, kalu clash, because when I went back to music, it was kalu clash schedule some emsebenzini, bese nginokuya emsebenzini ngagezile nxa ukuthi ngilala studio, and I can't afford to come late because bazongama written warning, and then a written warning will get me fired, because I needed the money for me to support this dream that I have, your music. And that was before I even got signed. It was just the passion of in ngilale studio ngivuka ekuseni, mangiye studio ngipakisha isithawulane mangifika office, before ngingena office ngishaya ubuso ngendwangu lapha esinkini etoilet, ngingena ngihlale office ngenza umsebenzi wami, after uma ngiphuma ngebreak ngiphume ngiyoshintsha ngibuye sengiyigrand. You understand? It became a thing whereby where I ended up with ngibona ukuthi I really can't do it like this anymore. And music would demand more of me than what I'm giving it to. And for me to be the best at what I do, when I say the best, I'm not saying better than everyone, but being the best me and producing the best content that I want to produce is for me to not I need to focus and say, yo, I need to focus and say full force with the music. And if Nglamba is fine, God will make a way. So I ended up having to take a decision, but like, let me just quit. And in that person quit music, my boss laughed at me. It was like, God was like, yo, she laughed at me. She even like, you said, I'll give you a raise, stay, because I was really good at what I did. But just because the calling was too strong, I was like, it's fine, rather be hungry than to be fine with a piece of change than to be fine completely, even though I'm not gonna make money yet.
Yeah, No, I hear that. And I don't know, when you left, it sounds like you had just that deep hope. Including Yako, you just knew it's okay. I'm not sure if this is going to work out. Kodwa, things are going to definitely work out for me. And Guapuma Imolo, and it's currently right now on 6.2 million views, or 4 if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah.
how did the song come about? How does it feel, manje, Uguti? You have a song on YouTube that has 6.4 million views, and you are the Aubrey that you are today.
Well, for me, each and every song that I've dropped is about the truth. Ngati, I wanna let me just move. Within ngaqonywa is because literally ngaqonywa intombi ekade ngifuna from isifunda. Athi finally missing qomile kwaqhamuka ingoma from there. Was like, cause I was living the truth. You understand? And same thing with Imolo. I was going through a bad breakout. Between breakup, no break. Yeah, gonna look is long. Yes. A breakup with Ilokzane, with manager sebenza naye, who I really felt like we are brothers and everything. I was really hurt, you understand? So, and especially if somebody you've already introduced them to your family, they know where you're from, they know your struggles and still do you dirty. For me, young Phyllis, and then that's how Molo came.
Oh.
So and from the, like, literally after Molo, I told myself every song that I'm gonna put out is literally gonna come from the heart, because it's not about whether it gets big or small, but what's important is going back to the original plan of making sure Guti, whoever is going through a certain struggle or situation, they know Guti, they're not alone.
I love consistency with regards to that. And I think it doesn't then become fake. You know, sometimes people in the industry, but keep it easy though, because it's like, okay, right now Amapiano is popping. I'm a hip hop artist, but I'm gonna hop on Amapiano because it's popping, and that's not very authentic. So I like that you're sticking to what you initially started music for. In network, yes. The network is disturbing us, Ganani. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
And I just wanted to, as we just getting closer to the end of our interview, I feel like as society, you know, we've been reprogrammed to say that indoda aikali, indoda must always be strong, indoda cannot show their emotions, and they have to go through things alone. I think that's what we've conditioned ourselves to do, because now as a man, it's difficult for you to open up and say, okay guys, I'm going through a really tough time, because everybody expects you automatically to ube right. And I just wanted to ask, when you are going through a tough time, how do you handle and deal with emotions that you go through? Do you bottle it up? How do you deal with it?
For me, singabantu sidila ney'nkinga zethu ngendlela ehlukile. I wouldn't really say ukuthi there's a way for me to bottle things out, because whoever is in the art industry or the entertainment industry, we know sometimes it really gets tricky, whereby you feel like, kunzima ngempela manje, I really can't do anything and nothing is working out. And sometimes you feel like going home, and then going home is not a thing.